if you are mentoring co-eds, female students at your university, do you think it would be smart to do that at your condo? I'm asking you that right now. The answer would be, even if it's not in a sexual variety, I would say, yeah, probably do it in a public space. If you're going to be mentoring young women as an adult male on a campus, don't do it at your house. What are you doing? What do you think that looks like? So this comes up and KU realizes we didn't know this, or maybe they did, but they ignored it. They say we didn't know this when we hired Les Miles. Now Les Miles is gone. All right, Les Miles is gone. The guy that hired Les Miles, the AD, is now also gone. He gets fired, resigned, however you want to doll it up yesterday. And he says, I asked Les Miles if there's anything I should know. He said no. LSU didn't tell us about this. But I don't want to be a distraction to the great student athletes on campus. Okay. So this guy's like, I didn't know. It wasn't me. Les Miles like, it wasn't me. I didn't do anything wrong. But yet there's always something at Kansas. Let's dial this back. The last winning coach of any significance at KU was Mark Mangino. Mark Mangino was probably best known for being very rotund, and when they made the Orange Bowl, famously looking exactly like the Orange Bowl mascot, a large orange. Mark Mangino actually won games. Like I said, I'm talking about him going to the Orange Bowl at Kansas. So you'd think, well, they're going to hold on to that guy for as long as possible, right? Wrong! He gets reprimanded by the NCAA for 5 major rules violations. And then a couple of years later in 2009, Mangino's, quote, chronic alleged misconduct towards players and staff at KU is the subject of an internal investigation, and he is basically forced into a silent resignation after repeatedly either abusing his players and staff on campus because of a series of car incidents, including parking tickets, where he was parking in illegal spots on campus, getting tickets and berating the ticket department and the staffers there. So apparently, anger issues, had to fire him. Quiet resignation. Mark Mangino was never a D1 head coach again. Lou Perkins, remember the AD at Kansas, employed with cleaning things up. Lou Perkins liked to pride himself, going to clean things up. Lou Perkins, the AD, during his time at Kansas, after some self-reported violations, does raise money, does help facilities, but it's the ticket scandal where KU announced another internal investigation where employees in the athletic departments, 5 of them, and a consultant stole more than $2 million worth of tickets to be illegally resold. This was when Lou Perkins was running the athletic department. They're cashing in on tickets at KU, the entire athletic department. So Lou Perkins announces he has to retire at KU. Recently, there's the Adidas scandal, where Bill Self, an incredibly successful head coach, is embroiled in paying players or funneling money to players through their agents or family members, through shoe representatives, through sneaker money, this whole thing that took down Rick Pitino and his embroiled LSU and all of these other schools. I mean, level 1 violations, or whatever the highest level is. It's like DEFCON. Who knows if 5 is the highest, 1 is the highest, whatever that is. The highest level of violations comes down on KU with Bill Self there, and they remain loyal to Bill Self. So he is coaching in the middle of, will he get fired? What's going to come out? Adidas scandal at Kansas. Now you have this, the Les Miles scandal at campus. It almost makes you long for the boring days of Charlie Weiss and 1-11 football seasons. Charlie Weiss was obviously a disaster, so was Turner Gill, but at least those guys didn't get in trouble while losing. I mean, it's one thing after another, and I know this having worked at Kansas City. Kansas and Missouri hate one another. I mean, you're talking about hate like that is blood rival hate dating back to the Civil War. Civil War hate's a different type of hate, okay? Jayhawks, Tigers, Missouri, Kansas, that is a different type of hate. And Kansas always pointed its finger at Missouri for being the drama queens. There was always something salacious happening at Mizzou. Well, you turn around and you can't go 5 minutes without some type of drama at Kansas. It's a different AD. Now there's going to be another AD. There's another football coach. There's another scandal. There's a ticket scandal. There's a sneaker scandal. There's a this scandal. There's a that scandal. It never ends. It's amazing. It used to be that Mizzou was the program in that area, in that part of the country. There was always, they had something going on, always, that you're like, wow, that's a bad look. And now it's just constantly Kansas. And Kansas likes to hold its nose and be above the fray, but they're not. I mean, this is kind of remarkable that, again, something like this takes down the coach and the AD. Again, how weird is Les Miles' mea culpa here, or his rationale? I was just mentoring young women on campus at my condo? What did these meetings consist of?